Hello, and welcome to today's topic on how to streamline your coaching business so it can scale up as large as you want it to be. My name is Lindsay from Smartify My Biz, and I'll be taking you through this today. So let's jump right into it. This presentation is for you if you have a growing coaching business, but you feel like your systems and processes are at the limit of what they can handle. So whether you want to scale up with more clients, have more courses, or maybe add more team members, or maybe you just want an efficient business that will free up time to enjoy your personal life, then you're in the right place. Over the next 30 minutes, you'll learn why deleting your spreadsheets will actually track client progress better, the number one way to get your team on the same page, even if notes are all over the place. I'll teach you how to focus on coaching without administrative tasks falling through the cracks. I'll give you a game plan to accelerate client workflow while avoiding burnout. I'll also show you how our clients went from 5 to 6 figures per month while enjoying time with their family. I promise you that the next 30 minutes will change the way you look at your business forever. If you've lost faith that your operations can handle much more than you're doing now, I'm about to show you how you can have a streamlined and smooth coaching business that operates like a well-oiled machine, so you can grow comfortably as far and as fast as you want. But before we get into all that, I just want to take a moment to check in. Does any of the following sound like you? Have you had to stop your ads because your to-do list was growing faster than your revenue? Are you sick and tired of missing notes and hearing about client challenges a week later? Have you received complaints from clients who fell through the cracks and failed to hit their coaching milestones? Do you hate wasting time looking for tech or learning how to use it when you would just rather be spending time with your family? Well, you're not alone. All these frustrations are symptoms of a typical business problem hiding in plain sight. But don't worry, it is totally reversible. Once I show you what's really going on, you won't be able to unsee it. And all that energy you've spent putting out fires will be freed up to work on growing your business. So we'll get into that shortly. But first know that once you take these steps, your business will shift from making you scramble to providing you with a solid, stable foundation that will allow you to flourish for years to come. You'll be able to confidently turn up the tap with ad spend, knowing that your operations can actually handle those flood of leads into your business. Clients will flow through your program seamlessly. Their results will soar as you turn complaints into testimonials. Your admin staff and your coaches will be so relieved of repetitive tasks so they can focus on providing excellent client service. And you'll see other coaches scaling their income and impact and be sure that your business can get there too. But how do I know all this? Well, it's because I've seen it happen time and time again. At Smartify My Biz, we have 10 years of experience as certified technology partners to leading coaches. We build done-for-you systems and processes that are scalable to 5, 6, and even 7 figures per month. And we are passionate about multiplying the transformational impact our clients have on the communities they serve. We've been there so many times as our clients went through the frustrations you're experiencing right now. We've built the systems and processes that got them through their operational challenges and enabled them to grow their business to heights they dreamed of just months before. So you can trust us when we tell you that a different reality is within reach for your business. But it's only possible if you implement these 5 pillars to transform your business into a well-oiled machine. The first pillar of a successful coaching business is to expect the best. When a client gives you their hard-earned money, they expect you and your team to deliver results. But even the best race car driver in the world can't compete behind the wheel of a clunky vehicle. And if your business is growing, the systems supporting your business processes must be high performance. They have to reliably deliver results at any speed. But if your systems aren't high performance, they can't handle the workload of increasing client flow. Your team ends up putting out fires instead of serving clients. And clients get distracted if their journey is bumpy. And when clients get distracted, we know that they end up losing faith in your process, which just makes them disengage. But with high performance systems, you and your team can trust that your vehicle will be smooth and stable at any speed. When done right, the technology fades into the background and your client's priorities take the lead. Then you can stop thinking about the vehicle altogether. You focus your attention on your client's breakthroughs, and the transformational results start pouring in like clockwork. So don't settle for less than the best from your tech systems, and raise your expectations of how well they enable your business processes to operate. But you can't actually change a problem until you understand and address the root cause. So let's take a look at what goes on under the hood of a typical coaching business. Now, most coaches start with a simple business strategy that looks like this. You have paid ads that drive traffic to a webinar that generates leads for sales calls where you sell your program. And even with that simple strategy, there are just so many things you need to get right. You need to get your ad targeting and your messaging dialed in. You need to write and record your webinar. You need to practice sales conversions. You even need to structure the program itself. And that makes sense about why you'd want to save time and money by setting up only the tech pieces you need to start generating revenue. But as you build out your client journey, you realize each step actually has additional needs. So for example, the sales call needs a pre-application form and a payment system to collect funds. And your program needs a learning management system to house and release your content. So that's when you start looking for quick fixes to fill in the gaps. This is what we call the Band-Aid approach to building systems, where you set up a series of little connection points to hold things together. But as you start growing, your operations become much more complex, and the whole system feels like it might come apart at the seams. Data gets misplaced, communication and tasks get lost in the shuffle, and clients start to fall through the cracks. And small cracks become very big problems under pressure. If you want to establish trusting relationships with your clients, you must provide them with a consistent experience from the moment they find you. And the only way to control the entire client experience is to equip your business with proper infrastructure that will deliver exactly what your team needs it when they need it. You need to move past Band-Aid solutions and invest in permanent infrastructure so your business can serve your clients well. And this is where pillar number 2 comes in. That infrastructure comes in the form of systems and processes that enable an increasing flow of activity through your business. With good systems and processes, the right information is delivered to the right person at the right time with minimum hiccups and roadblocks along the way. That's efficiency. And that is what we call a smooth operation. But without the right infrastructure, growing into the future is clunky and burdensome. So take, for example, our client Toyin. Now, Toyin is a financial coach. She achieved early marketing success, which pushed her coaching business to its limits. Her lead gen and sales strategy were working well, but all of a sudden, things started falling through the cracks. Clients were falling behind and complaining, and her team was burnt out trying to keep up with all the activity. Toyin was spending too much time tinkering with her systems, and so she asked her assistant to handle it. But her assistant wasn't able to properly build the systems that met the complexity of Toyin's business. Toyin knew she would fail if she tried scaling her business further without upgrading her systems and processes. So she decided to quit building Band-Aid solutions and invest in proper systems infrastructure. That infrastructure removed the bottlenecks and unleashed Toyin to grow her business as fast as she wanted. Within 11 months of upgrading her new system, Toyin's business grew 643% and scaled to making multiple 6 figures per month. So now we've established that you should have high expectations for your business infrastructure. Toyin was there. She knew her systems and processes needed to be streamlined in order to handle more activity. But the keys to streamlining systems so your business runs like a well-oiled machine are structure and process. So let's look at structure next. It's our third pillar. So as I mentioned, when you started out, you probably strung together a series of software for each stage of your client journey. Your tech stack might look something like this. You might be running paid ads to generate traffic to a webinar. So you set up Stealth Seminar. And then you have MailChimp or ActiveCampaign as an email autoresponder. And then you have Schedule Once or Calendly for your call bookings, and probably Wufoo for your pre-call application forms. But they have to be presentable. So you embed them into lead pages or maybe something called Webflow. And you need a method of taking payment. So you set up a merchant account with Stripe, and then you link it to Snappy Checkout. Then after the sale, you need to send a client agreement, so you set up DocuSign. And don't forget the course content itself. So let's go with Teachable or something similar. Whew, all right. We finally have a functioning funnel and we're ready to start running those ads. But there's a major problem lurking in the shadows that doesn't reveal itself until later. You see, each of these tools produces its own client data. And these clusters of data are stored in each system separately. They're what we call data silos. Data silos spread out client information across different places. So this setup may have worked okay in the early days when the company was just you and you're involved with every aspect of your client journey. So you probably had visibility into everything that's happening. But once you nail down your funnel strategy and start growing your client flow, all of that data just becomes totally unmanageable. So you're forced to build spreadsheets, a series of them to organize everything. You want to gauge the quality of your leads and your conversion rate, so you make a spreadsheet for call outcomes. Then you create another spreadsheet to track deposits, so you can follow up with the lead. And then when a client successfully enrolls, that needs to be added to the active client sheet. And then payment plans. They need their own sheet to track the amount and the timing of all those next installments. And all of this creates yet another layer of data spread across more places. So there's a term for this kind of setup, and it's called a distributed data architecture. This is why you feel like things are spinning out of control. Your client data is spread everywhere, and this patchwork of systems become fragile at scale because all those spreadsheets need to be updated each time something happens. And when people forget to update everything properly, notes and tasks go missing. Clients fall behind in their program. Deposits and payment plans fall through the cracks. And the whole thing just becomes an administrative nightmare. But there's a much better way to organize all this data. This one shift in your structure will tear down those data silos and consolidate your client information into one place. If you want your business to be streamlined, your systems must be restructured from a distributed data architecture to a centralized data architecture. And the only way to do this is with a secret weapon used by all the leading coaches, a customer relationship management system, or a CRM for short. So a CRM restructures your distributed data architecture into one centralized place. It collects and organizes data throughout your entire client journey, from the moment they click your ad all the way through to when they register for your webinar or book a call and enroll in your programs. It's all in one place, which results in a single source of truth for your whole team. This keeps everything neat and tidy so everybody sees exactly where the client is at all times. And anybody you choose can access the data, notes, communication, and tasks that they need to perform their job at the highest level of service. So there's no miscommunication about what's happened and what needs to happen next because it's all documented and organized in one place. When a CRM is set up correctly, all the data generated from the different tools are stored directly in the client's profile for easy reference. It even shows their transactions and all the notes and course progress and tasks and emails and SMS messages directly in their profile. So rather than juggling all of those spreadsheets of data, the CRM organizes everything into one neat and tidy place. So our client Donna went through the process of centralizing her data with a CRM. Donna helps women rediscover their sense of peace and joy after divorce. And once her marketing funnel and sales process were dialed in, Donna went straight into growth mode. She hired an assistant and 2 coaches, and she tripled her client flow. They created a series of Google Sheets to manage tasks relating to marketing, sales, payment plans, and program management. But updating the spreadsheets became an administrative burden on Donna and her team. They started dropping the ball on tasks and follow-ups. Red flags were being lost, and client satisfaction began to falter. Then payment plans started falling through the cracks. And it was at lost revenue when it finally clicked for Donna. The spreadsheets just were not cutting it anymore. They needed a tool where all her client data, tasks, notes, and communications could be centralized. And despite being overwhelmed by technology, Donna knew she had to find a solution, so she asked other people in her mastermind of what to do. And one after another, they all talked about how they put the pieces of their business puzzle together with a CRM. So she listened, took their advice, and took the plunge. Once her client data was centralized, Donna could keep track of exactly who had registered for her webinar, booked a call, enrolled, and who had payments outstanding. Donna's centralized data architecture became the backbone of her business. It gave her the confidence to hire a sales team and keep growing. Her business skyrocketed, allowing her to reach her first 6-figure month within 5 months of implementing her new system. So now that you know how to delete your spreadsheets by properly structuring your data with a CRM, let's move on to the 4th pillar. It's all about how to free up your to-do list with automated processes. So you know when you buy something online and you see the receipt land in your email seconds later? Well, there's software that automates the process behind the scenes. Automations are simply instructions that tell a system to take a specific action at a specific time. And because of advances in technology, you can now create custom automations without armies of software engineers. You just define the sequence of events, and the automations trigger a series of actions behind the scenes. The modern CRMs have an automation engine, which is built into them, and that unlocks some pretty amazing capabilities. When the CRM is at the center of your system's architecture, it not only stores your client information in a centralized database, but it also automates business processes behind the scenes. So let's take a look at an example. Here we have the centralized data architecture we saw before. The CRM is in the middle, and it's linked to all your other software. For this example, let's take a look at the sequence of events of enrolling and onboarding a client in your program. When a client enrolls, the first step is to collect payment. Then the automation instructs the client agreement system to send your client a contract to sign. And then the membership site grants the client access to your course. And your email system sends your client a welcome email, and then also sends a notification to your admin staff to add the client to your private Facebook group. And this all happens automatically with a single trigger, which is the enrollment transaction. So the CRM becomes the brain of your operations, instructing the other systems to execute tasks without you having to lift a finger. Clients automatically progress through their journey like clockwork. So let's take a look at another example, this time for failed payments process. When a payment plan is in place, the automation instructs the payment system to process an installment automatically. But if the payment fails, it instructs the email system to send a notice to the client to update their card information. And if they fail to update their card by a certain time, the CRM instructs the membership site to withdraw access to the course content, and then it emails your team to follow up with the client manually. Then it waits until the installment is processed successfully before automatically granting access to the course content again. This allows the client to continue your program normally. And this is where it gets even more interesting. All these bits of information are automatically fed into the client profile in the CRM. And since the CRM organizes the client data centrally, we can create different views of your database for each job function on your team. So for example, here's a view of all the sales calls and their outcomes organized by salespeople. Here's another view showing all the people who have paid a deposit and need a follow-up call. And finally, Here's a view of active clients in your program. This view tracks client progress through the program and any coaching calls they may have missed. So remember, these examples are all accessing the same database that's ingesting client data centrally, and it's updated by automations behind the scenes. This is how clients flow through your program like clockwork. So our client, Jamie, was just blown away by how efficient her coaching business could get. So Jamie is not a techie person. She helps teenage girls overcome anxiety. And as a mother of 3 boys, Jamie wanted a lifestyle business with low headaches so she could have the freedom to be with her family. But each time she enrolled a new client, she was just inundated with manual tasks. Jamie's to-do list was growing faster than her revenues. After she processed a client payment, she had to send them the course content from one system, a client agreement from another system, and record everything into spreadsheets. And she was making okay money as a 5-figure per month earner, but there was no way for her business to grow without sacrificing time with her family. She even had to stop advertising because she was just struggling to manage everything. Jamie needed to upgrade her business infrastructure. She wanted a system that was really clean and easy to use, something she couldn't break, something even she could understand how to operate. So she set out to streamline and automate her business. And once everything was set up properly, Jamie's systems allowed her to grow comfortably and in an organized way. She doubled her business, and then she doubled it again. After a 459% increase in revenue, Jamie reached a comfortable cruising altitude, making multiple 5 figures per month while working part-time with just herself and one assistant. Now that is what we call efficient. And if all this seems a bit daunting, please don't worry. Regardless of whether your goal is to make $50,000 per month or $500,000 per month, it's all within reach with the right systems and processes to support you. But it gets a bit tricky to get all the pieces working together smoothly, which takes us to pillar number 5, partner with the experts. Coaches come to us frustrated by their attempts to build streamlined business systems. They try to make everything streamlined, only to see their systems actually cause problems and slow things down. And when clients are spending $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000, your credibility is at stake. So who's going to structure the CRM with all those integration points? Who's going to sequence out the automation logic of your business processes? You're not a systems architect, and you really shouldn't try to become one either. That's why you must partner with experts who've already solved the problems you're facing. Experts who know exactly what systems and automations will make your business run like a well-oiled machine. Some coaches try building their systems themselves, while others hire a full-time tech assistant or an outside agency they find online. I think these are all terrible options. Experts bring 2 things to your systems: knowledge and skill. True experts are experienced with your business model. They've worked with leaders in your community and have hands-on experience solving the problems you're facing. They understand your business's needs and bring up issues you may not have even thought of. So why go through the headache and risk of reinventing the wheel? Experts have already built solutions for coaches who are ahead of you. You get to bypass all the research, design discussions, and experimentation paid for by others. With experienced industry experts, you get to deploy the most impactful, redefined ideas into your business and avoid costly mistakes along the way. You won't have to explain every detail of your business to them. You won't have to rebuild solutions every 9 months. So let other coaches' hindsight become your foresight. Partner with experts who have already figured things out so you can get to work immediately building the exact systems you'll need for a streamlined business. The centralized systems architecture we've been talking about is actually a collection of projects, like pieces of a puzzle. Each project requires a different combination of skills, and no single person has all the technical skills needed to develop all these projects. Business process mapping, data structures and automations, landing page design, web development, quality control. The list goes on. Especially when you're growing, this is not the time to have someone learn on the job. Instead, get access to a team of specialists that can bring a range of skills to bear on demand. Specialists know each piece of the tech puzzle in depth. Also, 6 minds are better than one. A team-based approach allows everybody to find solutions to problems together. And when you have a project manager on the team, all the details are handled behind the scenes so you don't have to worry about anything. Out of sight, out of mind. You'll be freed to focus on coaching while you get regular status updates on all the progress from your new systems infrastructure. Okay, so today, I promise to teach you why deleting your spreadsheets will actually track client progress better. The number one way to get your team on the same page, even if notes are all over the place. I taught you how to focus on coaching without having those administrative tasks fall through the cracks. I gave you a game plan to accelerate client workflow while avoiding burnout. And you also learned how our clients went from 5 to 6 figures per month while enjoying time with their family. And the way to achieve all that is by having the proper systems and processes to make your business work seamlessly. You need to expect the best from your systems, invest in permanent infrastructure, centralize client data, automate business processes, and finally, partner with experts. And once you do, your business starts working as a cohesive whole, like a well-oiled machine. You'll have the confidence that your systems will support your operations at any speed. This is when you stop putting out fires and settle into the driver's seat of your vehicle. This is when you finally step on the gas and grow your business as fast and big as you want. And this is when 6 or even 7 figures per month comes into focus as a possibility for your business. Now, the future is up to you. You can either keep going with fragmented business systems, manual tasks, tech headaches, and client frustrations. Or, if you're tired of going it alone, if you want streamlined systems that ensure every single client gets a consistent experience, here's what I have for you. If this presentation is resonating, then I'd love to invite you to an upcoming Built to Scale strategy session. We'll speak with you personally about how to apply these 5 pillars to your business starting today. Whether your goal is to get to $50,000 per month or $500,000 per month, we know what systems infrastructure will take you there. On our Built to Scale session, we'll review your current systems and craft a step-by-step game plan to ensure you can deliver results at any scale. And the call is absolutely free, but it's not for everyone. So here's who this is for. You must have figured out the basics of your lead gen and sales strategy and be ready to grow. Your program must have a track record of creating positive transformations for clients. You also must be ready to take your business to the next level. And if that's you, then we'd love to invite you to book your call now. As a boutique done-for-you agency, we only work with a handful of clients at a time to produce the best results. So you can book a call now to reserve your spot. So to book a call, just go to the link on this page, smartifymy.biz/talk. When you do, you'll be taken to our calendar booking page where you'll be asked a few brief questions and then given an opportunity to book a time with us. Then we'll have our Built to Scale call where we'll talk about the game plan to make your business run like a well-oiled machine. We'll lift the hood and show you the exact setup our clients use to scale their business to multiple 6 figures per month and more. We'll also look at your business to see what's not working with your current setup, what's possible when the tech is designed and built correctly, the strategic game plan on how to get you there, plus we'll discuss any immediate tech roadblocks you need help with now. Now, I know systems and technology can feel like a big thorn in your side, holding you back from taking your business to the next level. But hopefully now you see what's possible if you get the right pieces in place. That your business systems can be there to support your growth rather than hinder it, even if you get overwhelmed by technology or haven't yet had success with others building systems for you. I've really enjoyed sharing this information with you, and I hope you got a lot out of it. So if you did, please make sure to book a call with us by going to smartifymy.biz/talk. You truly deserve to have a business that works for you and not against you. Thanks so much for spending your time with me today, and we really look forward to speaking with you soon. See you.